So this is one jewelry related brand on which we are working on. This is
This you're
like,
currently working.
yes. So
Mm-hmm.
this is this is a this is for a niche audience, which is like buying premium jewelry
Mm-hmm.
every quarter or so for gifting
Mm-hmm.
and other purposes.
Mm-hmm.
So now,
So,
like,
what is your general approach like when someone is, reaching out to you,
hmm.
right? Let's say let's talk about this jewelry brand. So, when they reach out to you, so what is your general approach? What do you first do? So,
So
is this a startup,
yes,
basically?
yes, it's a startup.
Hmm.
So actually, I work with startup at strategic level also, like when they're planning for something, right from
Mm-hmm.
like what domain name they should choose and what kind of logo they should have and stuff like that. So I
Hmm.
work with them at that level also. But if when it comes to UI UX part,
Hmm.
basically, if it's an existing application or a product or a website, I ask
Hmm.
for the data, stats, whatever they have. We go
Mm-hmm.
through that and try and understand uh, the requirement from stakeholders.
Mm-hmm.
So once they tell us like what exactly they are planning for, what they are looking forward to, then
Hmm.
based on the data we can still suggest some improvements. So there is a quickest process which is like doing some audit on your website in terms of basic UI UX. So that can be
Mm-hmm.
done, and we can suggest like, okay, this button is not proper or this text is not properly visible, readable, etc.,
Hmm.
etc. So we can maybe
Hmm.
improve that, and then we can suggest some design iterations on that. So that is the basic way of doing this,
Hmm.
where we are not doing a lot of user research or something like that, where we are just looking at the competitors' websites and trying to get an idea from stakeholders, like because stakeholders also sometimes have good idea about their end users. So
Mm-hmm.
trying to get that idea and then based on that doing some quick work and showing them.
Mm-hmm.
That is one way. Second way is, as you can see in the case of that tire market, so there was they had some problems with their flow also. For example,
Hmm.
the last few things on their on the user's task were not properly looked at. For example, there was a screen for checkout or
Hmm.
finalizing an appointment with the garages or fitment centers where they can go drive their cars and get tires replaced.
Hmm.
So they were not putting proper UI elements over there. Like people had to type out date rather than giving them a option to select calendar and stuff like that.
Hmm.
So all those things, there is some broken thing. Like for example, the last bit where people get confirmation, okay, your order is
Hmm.
with us, we'll be able to serve you within a week's time or whatever. So that part was not defined over there. People used to wait
Hmm.
for emails or SMS, and a lot of times they were not getting those. So they were
Mm-hmm.
anxious. So basically, we
Okay.
try and
So,
fix that flow sometimes,
hmm.
and
Got it.
then the last part is where we do a deeper research, like you just saw, and then
Hmm.
based on that deep research, we try and propose them some. We try and even tell them what problems people might be facing or they are facing based on their interviews and all, and then
Hmm.
based on that how we can improve the portal or the website. So sometimes it
Hmm.
might happen that if we do that level of deep research, it might happens that they need to change their entire strategy also.
Hmm.
Like for example, there was a social enterprise, they work with NGOs basically, and
Mm-hmm.
initially the plan was to come up with an app which will help NGOs to become
Mm-hmm.
more organized, and they launched the app. There was like 1 year or so, the app was live, and they had around
Mm-hmm.
1,000 installs within a year's time without marketing or anything like that. They were just like through word of mouth, they were able to get 1,000 installs. So now they
Mm-hmm.
were in the phase that they wanted to market it properly and like scale it up.
This
So
is before you took over.
yes, yes.